When do you think a man is most attractive? When he's handsome, wealthy, tall, and muscular? Wrong. A man's strongest allure doesn't come from his looks or his wallet. It comes from his words. Women don't love with their eyes. They love with their emotions. And the fastest way to reach their emotions is through the way you speak. A well-timed sentence can make her feel intrigued, captivated, and unable to pull away from you. Yet most men fail miserably at this. Why? Because they're boring conversationalists. They compliment women with cliches like, "You're so beautiful. I love your eyes. You're special." Trust me, she's heard these lines 1,000 times from other guys. You're just one more in the crowd. If you want to elevate yourself to another level, you need to understand that words can hypnotize, stimulate, and make a woman irresistibly drawn to you. Some statements aren't just compliments, they're challenges, provocations, and declarations of your value. In this video, I'll share 6 secret phrases, words with the power to shape a woman's emotions, making her want to chase you instead of the other way around. This isn't some cheap pickup trick. It's the art of masculine communication that every man must master. Are you ready? Because once you learn these phrases, you won't be the one pursuing. Women will be drawn to you. If this is your first time visiting the channel, hit subscribe and like so you don't miss out on exciting upcoming content. Weak men compliment women with ordinary words. Smart men make women wonder why they're being complimented. And this is how you do it. When you say to a woman, "You have a unique way about you, and I like that," you're not just complimenting her, you're planting a huge question in her mind. What's unique about me? Women crave recognition, but they despise empty flattery. By not specifying what makes her different, you ignite her curiosity and make her want to explore more. But don't just say this line meaninglessly. Let her feel the sincerity and masculinity in your voice. The key is to notice something genuinely intriguing about her. It could be the way she talks about her passions, the confidence in her walk, or even the way she laughs. How to deliver it? Don't look at her like a man starving for attention. Look at her with calm, confident eyes, as if you're discovering something rare. When you say it, keep a subtle smile. Don't rush to explain. Let the mystery make her want to know more. If she asks, "What do you mean?" don't answer immediately. Just smirk and say, "I'll let you figure that out." Why this works? Because women want to feel special. But instead of just handing it to them, you make them earn that feeling. And when they do, they'll emotionally tie that experience to you. That's how high-value men communicate. There's a truth that few men realize. Women aren't attracted to guys who constantly try to please them. Men who are too accommodating, too agreeable, too afraid to offend, that's the perfect formula for being forgotten. If you want to create real attraction, you have to be the one setting the standards. And this phrase is one way to do it. When you say, "I like women who know what they want," you're not just giving a compliment, you're presenting a challenge. You make her think, "Do I really know what I want? Am I the kind of woman he likes?" And that's when you enter her mind. Women don't want to be lumped in with the masses. They want to feel unique, strong, and confident. This phrase forces them to define themselves, and more importantly, they want your approval. But the key isn't just what you say, it's how you say it. You can't sound eager or overly enthusiastic. Say it naturally, as if you've met plenty of women, but only the ones with clear direction truly stand out to you. And if she asks, "What do you mean?" don't rush to explain. Let her think. Let her prove to herself that she deserves your attention. Women are always drawn to men with standards because they know such men don't give their attention to just anyone. This phrase doesn't just make you more attractive, it sets up a game she wants to play. Most men make the same mistake when complimenting women. They're too generic, too predictable. "You're beautiful, you're so cute, you have gorgeous eyes." None of these leave an impression because she's heard them hundreds of times from other guys. If you want a woman to remember you, you need to do the opposite. Make her feel one of a kind. "That's what I like most about you" is a simple phrase, but it carries enormous power. When you say this, you're not just complimenting her, You're shaping the way she sees herself. You're making her believe there's something truly unique about her, and more importantly, that you are the kind of man perceptive enough to notice it. But don't throw it around carelessly. You need to pick the right moment and the right detail to emphasize. Maybe it's the way she laughs, the passion in her voice when she talks about something she loves, or a subtle personality trait that no one else has acknowledged. When you highlight something specific and genuine, she'll feel truly seen, not just like another woman being flattered by a guy trying to impress her. Most importantly, leave a little mystery. If she asks, "Why do you like that about me?" don't explain right away. Just smirk and say, "I just do." That ambiguity will pull her in, because women don't just love compliments. They love the feeling of discovery. Stop wasting another day living in weakness and chaos. Subscribe to Stoic Success now to build an unbreakable mindset, master your emotions, and face life like a warrior. Most men make the same mistake when talking to women. They try to prove themselves, trying to show they're good enough, interesting enough, attractive enough. But the problem is, when you do that, you put yourself in a weaker position. You're trying to convince her, instead of making her want to prove herself to you. This phrase flips the entire dynamic. When you say, "I don't think you're ready for me," you reverse the usual psychology. You plant curiosity and challenge in her mind. Why am I not ready? What does he have that I might not be able to handle? And just like that, she's pulled into your frame. But the way you deliver it is everything. You can't sound arrogant or dismissive. Say it with a bit of humor, a bit of mystery. Like you're teasing, but there's a part of you that actually means it. If she responds with, "What do you mean?" just smirk and say, "Just a feeling, but maybe you'll prove me wrong." High-value men never try to prove themselves. They let women wonder, question, and pursue the answers on their own. And that's exactly how you make her think about you, even when you're not there. Attraction doesn't come from trying to please a woman. It comes from mystery, from challenge, from making her feel like she needs to prove herself to you, not the other way around. And this phrase is one of the simplest ways to create that effect. When you say, "I don't know if you can handle me," you're putting yourself in a completely different position than most men. You're not seeking her approval. Instead, you're subtly suggesting that she might need to work to match your level. Her first reaction? Curiosity. Challenge. Why not? How difficult do you think you are? And that's your moment to smirk. Stay confident and let her figure it out on her own. Don't explain immediately. Don't make it easy. Women are drawn to mystery, and if you let them chase the answer, they'll naturally be pulled deeper into your frame. This works because it triggers two things: curiosity and the instinct to prove herself. The moment she feels like she has something to prove to you, she's emotionally invested in the conversation. And once a woman invests emotionally in you, you've already gained an advantage that 90% of men will never have. Here's something most men don't realize. Women aren't really attracted to guys who are always available, always agreeable, always trying to please them. In fact, they're drawn to men with standards, with boundaries, with a sense of self-worth. And this phrase is a powerful way to communicate exactly that. When a woman playfully teases you, tests you, or tries to see how easily she can win you over, most men fold immediately. They laugh nervously, they agree, they give in. But when you hold her gaze, stay relaxed, and say, "I'm not that easy," suddenly she has to pause. Why not? What makes him different? Do I need to put in more effort to get his attention? This flips the script. Instead of you being the one chasing her, she now feels like she has to prove something to you. But remember, delivery is everything. Say it with a playful smirk, a teasing tone, a hint of challenge. Not too serious, not arrogant, just enough mystery to keep her hooked. She'll laugh, she'll test you more, and without realizing it, she'll become even more intrigued. Because women don't truly value what comes too easily. But a man with standards, patience, and a strong sense of self, that's the kind of man they can't resist. Attracting women isn't about looks, money, or generic compliments. It's about how you communicate. It's about how you make her feel. These 6 phrases aren't just words. They're tools. Tools to create intrigue, mystery, and challenge. Tools that make women lean in instead of pull away. But remember, how you say something is just as important as what you say. Confidence, eye contact, a smirk, the way you control the moment. These are what truly amplify your presence. A high-value man never begs for attention. He makes women want to win his attention. Now it's your turn. Don't just read this and nod. Try these phrases in your next conversation. Watch the reactions, adjust your delivery, and enjoy the shift in dynamics. And if you want to dive deeper into this powerful style of communication, subscribe now, because the next video is going to take this to an even higher level. Thank you for being here. If you found this video helpful, subscribe, turn on notifications, and like this video. Don't forget to leave a comment so we can spread positivity together.